everybody! What's up? Where's Waldo? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? No, we're gonna... Welcome back to Northern Line Plays the Binding of Isaac. Whoa! Okay, this is great. This is almost as good as it gets. LT8R, ZDRF, Halo, and fucking Mega. We have amazing stats from a damage well, from an everything perspective as a result of Halo, I suppose. Ooh, be careful. And Mega, of course, is incredible. And we have a Sun card, which can save us if we end up in, you know, almost a literal version of hell. The thing with Mega that I oftentimes forget is that it doesn't... I mean, it's good to kill the boss with Mega, but you can't pick up the item and go... I think you can go down to the next floor, but you can't pick up the item until Mega's actually, you know, done being used here. So, it also takes 8,000 or 9,000 years to recharge, but this is basically a guaranteed win. And not a guaranteed win like, hey, we struggled for the first 2 floors, Slugger, but then we got Brimstone. This is a guaranteed win like, you know, the Cavs versus the Raptors. No offense, Raptors fans. We the North. We the North. I don't know anything about basketball. I probably just angered a bunch of people. I mean, I'd cheer for the Raptors. It's more of a symbolic cheering because I don't watch basketball, not because I think it's an inferior sport or anything like that. It's just, you know, there's only so much time in the day. But I will say they lost by like a combined 100 points in the 4 games that they did not do. I'm just saying, okay. Let's come down here. We get ceremonial robes from our cursed room. I was a little wary about coming into this room just because, you know, of course, it has the chance to mess our HP up a little bit, but it worked out completely fine. We now have 2 bombs, so we're obviously going to use one of those bombs right here. Right here. Get us 2 more spirit hearts and an eternal heart, and then we'll use 1 bomb to get us 1 bomb and whatever this other card is. It's going to be a Joker card, which we should use on the first floor to get precedent. And I feel like well, let's see if there's a red heart in one of these fires. Let's start with Dark Bum. Okay, and then we'll take Rotten Baby. I mean, this is obviously just stupid. And I mean that in the best way possible. This is like a stupid and amazing run that is ridiculous. We even got more HP back at the end here. We're gonna have like exactly the same amount of HP, but we picked up Rotten Baby. I need to turn up my volume here a little bit. But we picked up Rotten Baby, and Dark Bum, and Mom's Wig, and Ceremonial Robes. Plus, we already have Deal with the Devil precedent, like, extraordinarily early on here. I'm not saying we're going to set a record for time. I'm not saying this is going to be the fastest run we've ever done. Why not, right? The battery charge means so little for us anyway. But we might be able to finish this run in a pretty quick succession. Not that that's my desire, but again, a run like this does not come along that often. Although I will say, in addition to this run, we have had one other Eden run that I recall that started with Mega, and I don't remember what we had, but it was like equally stupid. It was like Mega Holy Mantle or something like that. So this is, I mean, it's weirdly enough, I wouldn't say that unusual for me to get a Mega plus something amazing run, but obviously, I'm pretty stoked to be here right now. Toothpicks is fine. Occasionally, we will have to shoot other enemies. We have the luxury of not having to get Betrayal because of the fact that we already have Deal with the Devil precedent, so we'll just come back here, and I guess we're going to have a leisurely conversation today about, you know, life, the universe, and everything. Get Pop a Fly. Might as well do our extra room back here. We didn't come down here with 5 extra cents, or 5 cents in general, so we're not going to be able to go to our mob trap room, unless somehow maybe we can get into our item room and there's a our secret room and there's a blood bank in there, which is a thing that I don't even think is possible, but that's okay. Alright, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, we are done with this. Obviously, this is a run where I really, really want to go to Boss Rush, because we just press the spacebar and Boss Rush basically plays itself. We might have to beat like 2 bosses with our tears, but that's not too bad. Guppy would be ridiculous here as well, especially if Mega actually works with Guppy. Guppy's always ridiculous, but with Mega, it gets, like, even more ridiculous. It's like in Captain America the Winter Soldier, you're like, wow, these fight scenes with Georges St. Pierre are so amazing. How could it get more ridiculous in Captain America Civil War? And then it does. As much as... I gotta admit, you know, there's something about... Oh, that was bad. The Marvel films... where I am no longer interested at all in the idea of a superhero movie. Like, I find myself being like, oh, another superhero movie, yawn. And then I go into the movie, and I'm like, this is made by people who are masters of their craft. These are incredible, you know, high-octane action threat. Like, I resent myself. I'm going to, like, the Marvel Universe subreddit, and I'm like, I fucking hate that I'm doing this right now. This goes against everything that Charlie Kaufman, man. Charlie Kaufman's your spirit animal of film. And then here I am looking up, oh, how does the Vision relate to Doctor Strange? But they do it, man. They're extremely well-made films, and especially Civil War. I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but Civil War was my favorite of all the Marvel films so far, and I like most of the Marvel films as much as anybody does. In fact, a couple of them I like more than the average person, probably. I still think Age of Ultron is okay. Now, lard here. I mean, lard is bad. We don't want it. It's pretty delicious in some circumstances, even though, as we've covered before, I have no idea effectively what it actually is. Believe it's rendered animal fat, but, you know, when you say it like that, it sounds delicious. I was kind of hoping that would be telepills, but that's okay. I'm going to save Mega for the next floor. This is like the strongest our tiers have been in a while this early on in a run, and we have Mega to back it up. Like, we're spoiled for choice here. Even if we didn't have Mega, we would still be in an amazing position. Because we have Mega, we're in an unbelievable position. So I'm not even going to look for the other card. It doesn't matter to me. All that matters to me is that we have a decent rune that will probably save until we get something that's better. Like, the best time to use Anzus is a curse, or, sorry, I didn't realize we already found the secret room there. A floor where we don't have a curse of the, lost. That was a dog, okay. I heard, did you hear that? Yeah, that's a dog. Okay. I thought there was a creature inside of my apartment. I suppose there could be a dog inside of my apartment, but there's not. Ooh, watch out for AWAS there. We do have a curse of the lost on this floor, so we're not going to be doing anything sneaky with respect to that. This is no secret, don't take this as a humble brag or anything, but I've been spending a lot of time in, a little bit of time, not as much as I'd like, actually, in VR lately, and I was playing some stuff yesterday, you know, Home Alone. I wasn't playing or watching the movie Home Alone, I was just Home Alone playing it, and then when Kate got home, she's like, you know, the door was unlocked the whole time, and I was like, oh, I don't know how this will work, but let's try it. Mom's knife, I hope that Mega just spits out endless knives, but I'm assuming that it probably will not. Someone could have walked into my house, jacked all my shit, all while I was playing Pool Nation VR. And what freaked me out is that sometimes, you know, I'm home alone, but I'm an adult, so it's the normal situation for me. And then I would, like, see movement in the game, and I'd be like, oh shit, somebody's here watching me. And then I was like, no, it's just a virtual person. It was just a virtual person, but it could have been a real person because I left the door unlocked, man. You're in Canada, no one's gonna rob you. Yo, look up the stories that come out of Vancouver, man. There was a police shooting. I mean, it probably, I guess, if you live in some parts of the world, sounds cute that I'm this bent out of shape about, like, one shooting. But there was a shooting at a McDonald's at, like, Hastings and Maine in the downtown east side of Vancouver. An anecdotal report from an eyewitness of the shooting said the cop shot the tip of a dude's dick off. Now, he might have deserved it. I've seen the pictures. He's brandishing a knife at the same time. Good lord, that's some, like, Terminator 2 level precision with your marksmanship. Yo, it's not all fun and games over here, man. Vancouver, there's a growing pot of unrest. Also, there's, like, a lot of growing pot, but that's, like, probably going to be legalized soon, so I wouldn't necessarily consider that a crime. Anyway, now, more deals with the devil. We will take both of these. There's no reason why we wouldn't. I suppose at this point we got Goathead, Empty Vessel. I don't think this is going to be the fastest run we've ever had at all, but it will be in the running for the most powerful run we've ever had by, like, every conceivable metric. We have Mega and Mom's Knife, and even if we didn't have Mom's Knife, and we know this because there was a time when we didn't, the damage that we're doing with our own tiers is fairly ridiculous in and of itself, and we have a lot of HP to go along with it. I want this to be like, I knew it was going to end. Unfortunately. I want this to be our gold standard Eden run, man. Like, maybe not average, because admittedly, it'll probably be a little bit boring by the time we get to the end, because we're just kicking the shit out of enemies. Immunity to explosions is actually quite nice, so we don't accidentally, you know, blow up a like if we get Stompy or something, we don't accidentally locomote into a rock that explodes or something like that. But anyway, this is, like, I'm gonna think of this run the next time I end up on a truly god-awful Eden run where I'm like, can't do shit, taking me 20 minutes to get past the caves 1. I'm gonna be like, why couldn't you give me Toothpicks and Halo on this run, and taking it away from the run in which we had Mega and could not possibly need them. But no, that's not the way the Isaac gods work. Sometimes you get everything, sometimes you get nothing, sometimes you get the classic James Bond video game, everything or nothing. I'd just like to hit you a little bit. Yeah, I knew it was gonna end, but at least we got most of our value out of that. We get some more HP. And Krampus is going to die. I don't know if Lump of Coal does anything for us. Certainly not taking Krampus's head, though. Okay, so we got 2 black hearts. Let's also, you know, keep in mind we have Dark Bum here. We have Rotten Baby. We're working our way towards a Beelzebub transformation. We're making our way downtown, walking fast. Station's passed, and I'm homebound. Is that the best Vanessa Hudgens impression you've ever heard, or what? Anyway, it's actually Vanessa Carlton. Oh, we got the mom transformation via Mom's Purse. Most of the time, you would definitely want to take Diplopia there, but we don't really benefit from Diplopia. We could double Mega. We could pick up 2 Mom's Purses, which I don't believe stack. I can't do it, man. She's a lyrical gangster. Turn it up. Her name's Vanessa Carlton. Turn her up. Soulful on the keyboard. Turn it up. 2002. Turn it up. This song became infamous for its appearance in White Chicks. Terry Crews. Anyway. That's as creative as this run is going to get commentary-wise. This is like... See, I'm not against exploring every room. I don't know where that malicious rumor came from. I love exploring. However, I just need to have literally the most overpowered items in the game in order to incentivize it. See? It's like being, oh hey, this guy doesn't like donating to charity. Well, hey, give me $1 billion, maybe I'll throw a couple bucks your way. I guess it doesn't reflect that well on my character in this situation. Probably should have picked a better analogy. Now, I look like very spendthrift when it comes to the less fortunate, and I don't mean it in that fashion. Let's head downwards here. And we're going to be 11 minutes on the Depths 2, or, you know, Necropolis 2. Is the coffee drinkable? Ooh, it's going to be a little too warm. Beautiful. It's actually perfect. A little watery, though. That's my bad. Got the mix improper. Life goes on. I never was much for stoichiometry. Alrighty. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Curved Horn? You're gonna give me the best... Okay, we'll pick up Curved Horn. Oh, we can't pick up Curved Horn. I really thought I could keep ourselves out of that. You're gonna give me the best items and the best trinket? You know what? Sure, take the damage. I'm never coming back to that room again. I've been down 1 time, I've been down 2 times, and ooh, I'm never coming back again. Just ask Lindsey Buckingham. Of course, member of famous 70s pop supergroup Buckingham Starship. These jokes, they're gonna go unappreciated, and they probably deserve to. 2 of clubs. We got 5 bombs for like 7 cents. Look, the map is probably valuable, but I mean, sort of who cares? I feel like Hive Mind is... Anything that gives us more damage is gonna be more fun than just something that helps us finish the run quickly. But speaking of which, we are gonna go do boss rush like right now. We got enough spiders to feel like this is gonna be pretty easy. We'll take the Polaroid. Don't really want Satanic Bible, honestly. Struck out a little bit on deals with the devil. Well, some of them at least. See, this sucks, because I can't really reroll. So unfortunately, I think we take Blue Baby's Only Friend here. I'm not rerolling Mega. It shows up... Oh, we got the ability to fly for taking Blue Baby's Only Friend, so I'm happy with that. The Beelzebub transformation. The Beelzebub transformation, by the way, is my favorite walking simulator in VR right now. It's really transcendental. But what I was going to say is, it sucks that we couldn't use the D6 there, but sure, you know, life goes on. And we'll go back to Mega here. Oh, Blast Assist is like the ultimate anti-Mega. He just slows you down so much. As do enemies that spawn on opposite sides of the fighting arena here. One more. Just give me one more. That's fine. I think, you know, you met me halfway there, game, and I appreciate that. One more wave and we'll get another Mega Charge, but I don't think we're going to need another Mega Charge. We have to be on, like, wave 11 or 12 of 15 right now. Might be better to save Mega for the next floor. Not because it's going to impact our chances of winning or losing, but because, you know, it'll speed the run. It just seems prudent, you know? It's like we're about to have dinner. Let's not have a late lunch, you know? Let's just grab a quick snack, get a granola bar or something like that, you know? A handful of almonds. One spider, I think, could have a chance to kill Pin. But in order to do that, they'd have to learn how to move first, which is not a good situation. Not very bloody likely, I guess. It doesn't feel natural. I'll just be the first to call myself out. When a non-English person said, I don't know if you use it in Australia, or New Zealand for that matter, you can let me know. Or South Africa, I don't know. But when a non-English person... when a North American person says bloody, you're like, okay, dude, I get it. You watch the BBC. Yeah, you've been mainlining Peep Show recently. That's fine. It's a great show, very cerebral. I like David Mitchell's brand of, you know, what am I trying to think here? Eccentric neurosis, perhaps, is where I'm going with that. I mean that in a good way, though. But we don't say bloody here. We say fucking, okay? We don't say bloody hell. We say, oh, you fucking cocksucker. Get out of my lane. And then we, you know, pull out a Mac 11 or a Tim Hortons donut, depending on which country in North America we're talking about here. I don't know anything about Antigua and Mexico, alright? I only know the country to which I'm bordered, so I'm not going to speak for them. And then, you know, it's pretty much it right there. I don't own a Mac 11. I don't own any firearms. That should be clear based on when I play Enter the Gungeon and I'm like, I don't know what any of this is called. Alrighty. Keep moving it on. I mean, we're at 15 minutes. We should fight Hush on this run, probably. Like, I'm not really sure what would possibly stop me from fighting Hush except really poor play leading to being lower on HP than I'd like to be, but our HP is fine right now. I think it's fine anyway. Hush might hard counter Mega a little bit. Because he's gone sometimes. Yara rune is better than Ansus. Ansus, Perthro, Yara. Okay, we got two Yaras. I mean, we could Yara some Perthro runes, but it's a little bit like, who gives a shit, you know? What are we going to do with two Perthro runes if we don't use them, like, literally right now? Come in here, Judas' Shadow. I'm going to take it, but I don't think I'm going to try to use it, just because it's... I mean, we could have gotten HP back immediately, but it's not really that... It doesn't matter. You know, why min-max in this situation, you know? You're going to be Bill Gates arguing at the deli that, you know, the sign says that Cajun chicken breast is $1.99 per 100 grams, and you're getting charged $2.09. Like, it's not worth your time, man. You're just here to protect your ego. The min-maxing is... irrelevant to society at this point. We should check our double key room. I'm not gonna re-roll this whole run, by the way. Like, Mega is one of those items that, you know, in the television, the seminal television program Friends, they had lists of celebrities that you could sleep with without it counting as infidelity to your significant other. Well, let's just put it this way. Mega is on my list of items I'd like to fuck. No, Mega's on my list of items that I feel like I can ignore my responsibility to reroll because it shows up so rarely and is quite a lot of fun as well. It started my horrible Morgan Freeman impression there. It's quite a lot of fun as well. From that day forward, there were no longer little girls. They were little women. I wish I could do a good Morgan Freeman impression. It would be a big money maker on YouTube, I have to imagine. You got your Christopher Walken throughs already, but then you could have your Morgan Freeman plays. Doesn't really make any sense, but that's alright. Don't make me use Mega yet. I want to use Mega against the Hush, if possible / plausible. I gotta admit, I had like an hour to do this Isaac run, and I was psyching myself up. I was ready to be like, okay, if we get a difficult run, I'm going to prove that the human spirit can persevere even in its times of great peril. And then they were like, sweet dude, by the way, like, here's a full scholarship to Harvard, but you don't even have to go because we graduated already. You got an honorary degree and you're the American president now. That's the only analogy I can construct that even fits here. Okay, so we're gonna try Hush, because the true strength of merit on a run like this is challenging yourself in spite of the fact that it's unnecessary. Curse of the Blind sucks pretty hard. Let's go bottom. Speedball. That is totally fine. Let's go top. 8-inch nails. That's really good. I figure we'll just buy a Spirit Heart in here. And then with 2 keys, we'll save them and hope to use them on the chest. Or with 1 key, we'll save them and hope to use them on the chest. So I just want to... I want to roast this guy first. And then I want to pop Mega. And I'm hoping that 1 Mega Charge is going to be enough to kill Hush. But I don't think it will be. Because I think with him disappearing for some time and, you know, his armor being back and stuff like that, it's probably not going to do it as much as I would like it to. Well, when you get when you get the dodge properly, it looks pretty sweet here. Hey, have you guys driven 2017's hottest new vehicle? The Dodge properly has a very sensible amount of horsepower. You guys live in a major city? I don't know, because I drive in downtown Vancouver all the time, and at first when I started, I was like, this is hell. I mostly drove in my small town in Ontario, and everyone here is like angry, and they're driving, you know, $80,000 cars, and they're all like, I gotta get to work at the money farm. You know, get out of my way, you hoser. But actually now, I'm comfortable with it. I don't mind driving downtown at all. It feels the same as driving any place else. There's always like some asshole, he's driving like a Porsche or a Ferrari or something like that, and he's revving his engine in traffic. And I'm like, you know, that we all see your car. I'm impressed, man, that you make enough money to trick a bank into lending you enough money to purchase something that, you know, depreciates 50% as soon as you drive it off the lot. But at the same time, you can't rev your engine and get around traffic, man. If you're in traffic, you fucking are traffic. So don't rev your engine at me, rev your engine at yourself. Point the lens of judgment inwards, my friend. That's when I'm mad in traffic, that there's so much traffic, fucking everybody's getting home from work. I'm mad at myself. I'm like, I should have made an alternative plan to get to where I needed to go. I work flexible hours. I didn't have to be on that's not true. Most of the time I do have to be on the road when I'm on the road. Because, you know, everyone likes to stack up real-world responsibilities between 9 and 5. Jeez, nobody ever wants to take like a 1 a.m. DMV appointment. Anyway. There's always somebody, like, if you're... I feel like the people probably watching these videos, you know, you're not the kind of people, by and large, that would get an expensive car and then rev it in traffic. And I say that because I'm projecting a little bit, but if you like watching my content and you feel that we're kindred spirits in some ways, then I imagine we share some likenesses, and you would not feel comfortable doing that. If I was fabulously wealthy, I would drive the world's shittiest car. I would dress like a slob. Oh, already got that taken care of. And I would drive like a 1992 Dodge Shadow that I painted with shit I got from the Home Depot. I wouldn't be driving like a Ferrari or a Bentley. Because I'd be like, I'm gonna get out of this car. Someone's gunning for me. You know, they're gonna follow me home. They're gonna case my house. They're gonna try to steal my HTC Vive. I'd be driving a 1992 Dodge Shadow. And I would dress in the clothes that I wore in high school, even though they don't fit. Like a little bit gut hanging out the bottom, the buttons all bubbling weirdly because they're not... Oh! Double it! Because they're not the right size. Anyway, that's my tip. If you ever get incredibly wealthy, don't flaunt it, man, because that just makes you a target. Now, this is maybe a little bit of, like, living in fear, then I'll admit, you know, you shouldn't live in fear. But at the same time, if you don't want people coming up to you and asking you for like $10,000 every time you leave the house, hide in plain sight, man. You think Warren Buffett's out there, you know, flashing his Rolex? That's how you end up being part of Warren G's seminal song, Regulate. They took his rings, and you know what else? They took his Rolex. And then he looked at the brothers and said, damn, what's next? You don't want to find yourself in that situation. But I mean, it wasn't... If you want to buy an expensive car, this is fine. That's not a problem in the least. A lot of people... I don't understand cars except as a mode of transportation. A lot of people view them as even more than a status symbol. I don't mean it to be mocking. I mean it to be like, you know, they're really into cars. The same way, I mean, I purchased like a $1,200 virtual reality machine, you know? So I'm one to talk about luxury purchases here, but at the same time, don't rev your engine in traffic. That's just like... You can't get through, man. Is what you think the person in front of you in a very sensible 2015 Ford Focus is gonna pull over and be like, oh, sorry, guys. Mr. Mercedes S-Class needs to get where he's going. We're all going to the same place, dog. All you can eat sushi, $10.99. I see you there every week. I'm not letting you get ahead of me. Motherfucker's gonna order like 10 orders of chicken karage. I'll be there for like 2 hours waiting for your table to clear. Anyway. This was a 23-minute long run, which in all honesty is not that fast. But it was a lot of fun. We got to talk about some stuff that's near and dear to my heart, and I appreciate that. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.